A lot of people realized the opening ceremony for the Olympics was weird, but most people really have no idea how weird. For example, one of the people in the throuple takes this book off the shelf when they're in the library. And this book, Devil in the Flesh, is about a grown woman having an affair with an underage boy. Of all the French books, like why that one? The throuple then goes on to their private quarters to initiate a three-way. Door is closed before we get to any of the spicy parts, but it was still aired on live television when like children from all over the world are watching. And I get that French culture is a little more open when it comes to things like zegs, but there's a line. There's definitely a line, and I think they knew it was in poor taste because a lot of French people were upset about this, and they have scrubbed the internet of footage from the opening ceremony, so that right there says a whole lot. Then we had this guy with his literal nuts hanging out on stage next to children. There was plenty of footage of grown adults dancing sexually alongside children. Now let's get to the Last Supper. And people have come back and been like, oh, it's not the Last Supper, it's the Feast of Dionysus. Actually, first of all, those things aren't exclusive of each other. And second, the person who had the halo, right, who was presumably a Christ figure, was literally saying that she was drag Jesus. So don't give me that. And second, people who study mythology have drawn lots of parallels between the story of Dionysus and the story of Christ. When people compare Jesus to mythological figures, whether that's right or wrong, that came before Jesus, Dionysus is one of the most common ones that people will draw parallels to. So these things aren't exclusive of each other, and it was offensive to Christians. And the other thing to know about Papa Daddy Smurf, Dionysus, is that he has all kinds of ties to Masonic rites, rituals, and lineage, and his feasts are very much associated with depravity. And here's the thing, grown adults, consenting adults can do whatever they want, but to have children in the presence of that is not okay. And I don't care what culture you're from, especially because before that scene, we were shown that book in the library, which is literally a story about a PDF. They are trying to normalize this, and none of this is normal, and none of this is okay. Exposing children to things that were frankly lewd is not okay. Thinly veiled references to PDF behavior is not okay. Allowing a known predator to compete is not okay. And allowing people who fail gender eligibility tests to compete against women is not okay. This is an agenda, and I hope that the opening ceremony woke some people up to the fact that this is an agenda, and it does not have our well-being in mind. It certainly does not have the well-being of our children in mind.